Greetings, salutations, welcome people to my Combat Channel News. I'm the Yak Man, Ron Yakovetti.
I'm FABIANO, the king of armbar.
And we've got a special off-topic, the news happens every day. Sometimes we want to bring you something a little bit different, a little bit more special. So tonight's show
is a different show.
A little bit different. It's going to be spin-offs, standouts, and striking. Segment 3, of course, striking looks, striking style. Marie Choi, Muay Thai fighter, in the studio here. Third segment. Not going to tell you what the AK means. Might mean Alaska. Not telling you. You're going to have to wait.
Nope. Don't go anywhere because you look good. You don't want to miss that.
Yeah, you think we look good, and you don't, probably.
No. Take the we.
The we?
Yeah, take the we.
We think you look good?
If you think I'm look good, she look better.
Sometime in the future of this show, there's going to be a montage segment set to I'm too sexy for whatever it is. And it's going to just be him on every show saying how good looking he is. And then eventually he'll be convinced.
Maybe.
But we start, maybe. But first we start out with what I like to call, if it's not broke, fix it anyway. Mixed martial arts, fastest growing sport in the world. And a lot of people getting on the bandwagon trying to promote and do shows. Some people looking to do something completely different with it. And I couldn't believe half the stuff I saw when we put this together. The first spin-off of an MMA type show, shock fights.
Shock fights.
Not shark.
Not shark.
Shock. If you have not seen shock fights, please look it up on Google or YouTube. It's guys who are fighting. You see these guys right here, and they have voltage, mild voltage, in the gloves. So when they strike, it also shocks the opponent. And sometimes they're just pawing to try to connect just to shock them.
That is unbelievable. That is cool.
So I guess getting punched in the face is not bad enough.
You can just go. You can just go for the heart.
Yeah.
Straight to the heart. It's like, so your jab is not in the face anymore, it's on the heart.
So if anybody actually gets dangerously hurt or gets killed, they can just put the gloves on his chest and go, clear!
Exactly, both. There you go.
All right.
Tag team.
So now we move on to yes, another absurd thing. You said it, tag team mixed martial arts. People worried about the infusion of WWE guys in MMA, but this is a promotion doing tag team.
Tag team.
Another guy in the cage. See right here, now you have somebody trying to tag out 2-on-1 scenario. And then we have a video for this also. When you actually see them, like wrestling, tagging and then someone else coming in. And we've joked about it before with like Batista fighting in MMA, but this is, you see it right here. Now watch. You're going to see the one guy, see the guy in the back standing there, like a spectator with a really good seat.
So he stay inside the ring.
See him reach back and tag? No, now one guy's coming in and he's not leaving the other guy, now he changes over.
That is interesting.
And look, he tags that guy, but then he goes for a takedown, and now there's...
So he tagged, and he can take from there, but he's still holding. Kind of a little confused, huh?
What are the odds of this taking off as a sport, or as a hobby, or anything?
I think it is, if the rules is kind of like reconstruction, the rules, that can be very fun and entertainment.
Maybe they could put a booth in each side of the cage, and then the other guy tags, and then it lets him out.
I disagree of them to be inside the cage. I think that it'd be better if it's in the ring. It can be an MMA tag team in the ring, and then he can jump over.
I agree.
That'd be fun, you know. Like that means, example, if I have somebody like on the rear naked choke, and the guy can walk out to his opponent, tap in, and then goes, you know. But anyway,
yeah, no, I agree. That would be a better way to do it.
Hopefully, I'm not going to be the one that's going to, let go the rules for nothing.
Hopefully, if they're watching, they heard what you just said. That was a better version of it for sure.
I hope not.
This next thing, Art Davie, who was involved with the UFC in the early stage, this was his brainchild. He needs hobbies, maybe knitting, basket weaving, something like. Because this is crazy. It's called X-Arm or Zarm if you put it all together. And this is basically two guys that are bound together to arm wrestle. This is the guys, I guess, facing off after they, they weigh in.
Every single professional fight before.
You'll see the video now. Now they're bound together like an arm wrestling thing. The difference is while they're doing it, they can beat the living crap out of each other while they're trying. I would think that would offset the whole thing of arm wrestling to begin with.
Well, if you notice, they strap together, they strap into the table as well. And sometimes the guy get knocked out and he get himself hanging from the table.
But it becomes not arm wrestling anymore. Like arm wrestling is the elbow down and it's this.
Yeah, that is not arm wrestle for sure. It's just the base or what else they want to go. But
this is another one now here. This one's called Sando Fights. And we have a video of this. This is basically like a pit fighting scenario, and you see the pit. Now there's two guys against one, or one against two, or they're basically all against each other.
They all against that. Doesn't matter. It's,
right.
It's just the last one standing. That's the idea.
That's pretty much what this is. Correct.
Yeah.
And you see the one guy that is going to be a vicious.
And it's a stand-up only, I think.
Yes, it's only stand-up.
Stand-up.
I didn't get to see it because there was a vicious knockout. The one guy in the white shorts, head kicked and took the guy out.
That is interesting. You kind of have to calculate how much damage the other guy have, and maybe like, you know, two go against one, and then it changes. Like, that's interesting. It's not a bad concept.
That wasn't as bad. No, I think the arm wrestling one, Art Davies thing, I think takes the absurdity cake.
Yeah.
And then once again, now before we move on to take our first break in the show, every so often we like to have what we call our WTF moment, where you get an image from the sport or from combat sports where you go, what the? That's this one right here. You don't know where one starts or one ends in that one. It's a very yin-yang.
No comment on that one.
No comment?
It's not comment on that one.
Maybe that's his boss and he's brown-nosing. There's endless possibilities to this picture.
Well, that can
he lost his keys?
We can stay here the whole time.
He lost his keys.
Yeah.
Could be anything.
It can be a lot more than that.
All right, well, we'll let you think about that one for a little bit, and that's an image we're going to leave burned in your psyche while we go to commercial and try to erase it from ours. When we come back...
Don't go anywhere because we have a nice interview tonight.
That's still coming. Welcome back, folks, to My Combat Channel News. Are you still thinking about that picture that we ended the segment?
I know. I almost can smell it.
It's a scratch and sniff.
It is. It's like, anyway, let's just move it on.
Yeah, let's try to get past that. This segment is about standout moments. There's some moments in the sport, but depending on how long you've been following mixed martial arts, where you'll always remember what you thought, or it's like, oh, you know, when it happened.
Yeah.
These are some of those moments. This is an earlier one that we're starting out with first. Mm-hmm. Pete Williams, KO of Mark the Hammer Coleman. Do you remember that one?
I was there. Take that away.
Who am I talking to?
Yeah, I was there. And if I'm not forgetting, I fought in that car.
You fought on that car?
Yeah. But let's just, you know, like I was definitely there, and I was exactly got that expression that you just say. I was like, what the?
And part of the reason people had that reaction was, according to statistics in the history of MMA, that was supposed to be, unless it's recorded incorrectly, the first knockout via head kick in the sport's beginnings.
And he went down cold. And again, Mark was the favorite on that fight.
Yeah.
He was like, remember that time he was champion, he was
pioneering the ground and pound.
Yeah, and that kick put Pete on the market. He you know, like everybody started to know who was Pete Williams right after that.
Yeah,
so
that kick was definitely heard around the world.
Yeah.
The next one, this was a technical and a strategic standout moment. This is when Randy Couture took on Tim Sylvia. And to a lot of folks' surprise, myself included, he outboxed the larger, longer-reached man. And again, Greco-Roman backing, he's grappling, not questioned, but the striking, surprisingly accurate, and he looks really sharp.
Couture, when he just start fighting in MMA, he used to hold one hand right here next to his ear to protect this side, and he used to just go like, you know, that way and throw one hand because he didn't have no stand-up. That's the way he was like, okay, I'm covering myself here, and now I'm gonna just try to do my wrestling, put the guy down and do my thing, okay? And then he started to get better and better and better.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of those moments because people remembered what you're saying,
yeah,
and then you saw him do that, and it was like, wow, you know, you see the evolution of him as an athlete. The next one, I'm going to set it up, but I'm going to hand it to you because this is your boy. This is a friend of yours. Quentin Rampage Jackson getting caught in the triangle. Deep triangle,
deep
Bermuda triangle, quality triangle. You're not coming out of this thing. And then you see here photos of what he did.
Runner in Japan on Pride. He picked him up and threw him as hard as he could on the ground, and he smashed his head and neck on the floor.
You see it right here, we're going to see it. Arona pulls guard, and then he goes for the triangle, and it is deep. Now, this also took Arona off the map. Like he almost vanished after this.
Yeah.
You know him too. How strong is that guy?
He's very strong. He's so naturally strong, like both, but Rampage, he's very strong. He used to do that and walk around with people on the gym just for fun before, so
wow.
Pretty cool.
Next one, a standout moment not too far back in history. This is when Czech Congo and Pat Barry mixed it up, and Congo was out, then he was back, and then Barry was out. And if you were watching this fight, you could not believe, I mean, that was all the epic theater of the unknown that the fight game possesses. You see the weigh-in picture right here. Very intense.
Kong is always in amazing shape.
Yeah,
always.
he is.
Still in these days. I saw him a couple of days ago. He was in amazing shape.
The next one was, and this is a huge thing, Mirko Cro Cop, known for the head kick knockout through his Pride years, in the UFC against Gabriel Gonzaga, loses how? By his very own medicine.
We talk about a guy that been knock people out daily on the head, kick on the head.
Yeah.
Okay, so now he get back, you know, like again, like you say, you know,
He got a taste
took
of his own
medicine, and he looked like he almost looked from some angle that he almost broke his knee.
Yeah.
The way he fell down was pretty nasty.
Yeah. Well, now he kind of got. It was almost like the like that Christmas story when you have the ghost of Christmas past, present, and future.
Yeah.
Like he got to see everything he did to everybody else, all in one big flash. That said, I hand it over to you.
MMA Top 10, Aaron Gales. Please bring it on.
Hey everyone, this is Aaron Gales, and this is your top 10 middleweight division. At number 10, we have Yushin Okami. Number 9 is Luke Rockhold. Number 8, Brian Stann. At number 7, we have the Filipino wrecking machine, Mark Munoz. At number 6, we have Tim Boetsch. And at number 5, we have a phenom, Vitor Belfort. At number 4, we have Michael the Count Bisping. At number 3, we have Chris Weidman. Number 2, Chael Sonnen. And at number 1, we have Anderson the Spider Silva. Thank you for watching. I'm Aaron Gales, and that was your top 10 middleweight division.
Yes, thank you again for the
Doing
top 10.
an amazing job.
Yeah, we like that. It involves Aaron Gales and math, and really,
That was cool.
two things I like to see together. It's coming up, though, after we go to break, and we have to go to break because why? We have to pay the bills.
You got to.
Yeah, but when we come back, Marie A.K. Choi, and you're going to find out what the A.K. means. Muay Thai fighter, old friend of mine. We'll talk about that, too. Excellent interview coming up, and we know that because it's going to be an excellent interview.
It's going to be good.
Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks. My Combat Channel News. Very special guest, very special for the show, and to me, because we have history. This is Marie A.K. Choi. Let's get the A.K. thing out of the way. You tell them what it means.
AK, Alaska.
Yes, that was my original guess. Of course, I came up short.
No, actually, it's my fight name, which is Angry Korean.
Mm-hmm.
Do I look angry?
Not now, nor do I want to see that side.
No, you don't even look Korean.
Yeah.
Anyway,
right.
one thing that you definitely don't look like, you don't look like a fighter.
Yes.
You know? If
Yeah.
I guess everything else besides a fighter. You look good, and if I was a girl in the bar, I'm definitely probably pick a fight with you because I don't think
And what a mistake that would be. And I think people like you, and people used to just pin this moniker on Gina Carano being the face of MMA, but I think that when beautiful women are fighting and successful at it, I think that whole you don't look like a fighter thing is going to change, right?
Right.
Would you like to see that change?
Yes. Well, I mean, I love fighting. I never thought I would get into it. But, you know, I first started off just wanting to find a sport that would get me in shape. And I remember going to the gym. I actually train out of Team Oyama in Irvine, California. And
My instructor.
That's right.
Yeah, my instructor. Like, he's the one that taught me everything I know in stand-up.
He's a great guy. I like Colin a lot.
I love him.
One of the guys who makes the sport better.
And I know you're gonna see that. You better come one day and sit in that chair.
We can get Colin in here, absolutely. Yeah,
he would be
I
thought about that the other day. Yeah, he's a cool guy. We have a lot of stuff to talk. But anyway, today's about you, so.
Yes, and now you and I were at your first Muay Thai fight, and if people don't know, your fight in Muay Thai. We were at your first fight together. It was in Vegas. How long ago was it, and how many fights have you had since then?
My first fight was 2 years ago. It seems like it was years ago.
It seems longer than that to me.
A lot longer. We go way back.
We do. And how many fights since then have you had?
Since then, it's been 7 fights, going on hopefully my 8th in a couple months.
Okay.
Great.
But I love it. It's something that comes out of my heart, and I'm just passionate about it.
Come on, you like to fight, or you like to hit people?
This is your first fight we're seeing right here, right?
Ask me, like, answer me that. You like to fight, or you like to legally hit people?
Hey, if I can punch someone legally, I'm all for
I think
it.
it's cool. That's what they called C, all of the above, right? That's an
right.
all of the above answer.
That's right.
Now that was at Master Toddy's in Las Vegas. That's what that event was.
It was, and it was for a potential show. But
Right.
I went out there, and I remember my coach, Colin, he said, hey, let's do this. And I said, really? You want to go and take me to this fight? He's like, no, you're ready. Let's do it. He made a 4-hour drive all the way out there, and
That's him.
And you were ready.
I was ready.
It was a great fight for you. I remember that.
And it was definitely something that touched my heart, because when I got in that ring, I remember getting an interview at the end of the fight, and they said, why do you fight, right? And I told them, why I fight.
So tell us now, because they want to know.
Yeah, come on.
Well, I mean, long story short, I was in a really, I guess, bad relationship in college, and it was my first relationship.
You need my shoulder, or you can tell?
Hey, you know, I'm good now.
There we go.
That's
girl.
right, I'm
Take
good.
a shot from a guy who's known for arm bars. I've made that
Actually, I
mistake.
might take this arm, or maybe your arm.
Yeah, it's not safe over there. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, but at the end of the fight, it was something that came out of my heart, because I was in a bad relationship, and it was physically abusive, emotionally abusive, and I remember not being able to fight back then.
No, that's not good.
And when I started taking classes with Colin, I just felt more confident, and I felt like I could defend myself. And when I got in that ring, I felt on top of the world, and I know that now I can walk on the street and have confidence, and I don't need your arm, but I can hold myself for sure.
Yeah.
No, he's a good, and again, Colin, it is a great coach. It's like he's that guy that, you know, right before you walk into a fight, he go ahead and talk to you. He make you really believe that you can beat everybody.
Yeah.
That's cool. You know, that's him. You know.
He makes you believe, because I didn't believe in myself, but he gives you that encouragement, and he says, hey, you can do it. You can get out there and do it.
He used to scream that to me all the time. You can do it. That was very Orange County stuff. So, if in your life, not about fighting style, but in your life, if you have a chance to go back and fight somebody, like you know, somebody in high school, so neighborhood, or what else, it is anybody that you could legally put in the ring and say is on now.
Yeah, you know what? There's quite a few people that I could put on that
I can see a
list.
lineup forming in her head when you answer that.
That's because you live in Irvine.
So.
There are quite a few people I could put on my hit list, but you know what? I'm kind of past that point. Right now I fight for my mom. My mom's actually battling cancer right now. Whenever I fight for people that are going through cancer, that have lost people with cancer. I lost my dad to cancer 5 years ago. So
yeah, I did too.
the fighting aspect really is the reason why I fight.
That's good. That's a very good one to hold yourself into. That's
Yeah.
good. And also, you know, like when I thought about the people that, you know, like if I want to go back and fight somebody that, you know, like did something bad to me, it's like I don't even want to do that because they don't have no chance, you know? Like people that probably, like, if you put that list, you know that they're not going to survive, like, what, 5 seconds in the ring with you, so.
He'd be hiking them like the Rockettes on Broadway, just down, 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 down.
There you go. So when you going to see you next?
Yes, when is your next fight? Well, I know you said you have something.
Well, hopefully, I'm going to put it out there right now. Hopefully I fight in New York in 2 months.
2 months in New York? Do we need to call Colin and make that happen?
It's not Colin, it's the promotion out there.
There you
I'd
go.
love to go out there.
We're going to send that interview to the promotion that you, and
Yes.
let's see if they can give that call. Anyway,
Yes.
thank you. Thank you for coming.
so
Yeah,
much
Mike, thank
for
you so
having
much
me.
for being here again. We have history, and we're going to continue to make more of it and follow your
And you
career.
bring my
Angry
message to
Korean.
Colin that he's better be sitting right here next.
Team Oyama, baby.
Team Yoma, yeah, all the way. There you go. Back in the days on Team Punishment.
There you go. And thank you for watching My Combat Channel News. We have a lot of teams on this show. Team Punishment, Team Oyama,
Team AK.
Team AK. I'm on that team. Let's get t-shirts done. We'll be back. We thank you for joining us. See you tomorrow night, and the night after that, and the night after that. And if you're a glutton for punishment, maybe one more night.
Good night, guys.